And then,
Two
you
pair.
know, if you don't shove and you see the flop, you might hit your ace and think, oh, I'm good. I win. But what if your opponent is holding ace-6? What if your
Goes
opponent is Poetic Justice?
Oh.
It's going to
all
need a
in
king to come
about
out of
one.
this. Do we have sound? Oh, yeah, we do. There it is. It was so quiet at first. I was worried. So, we got 5 sharks on this table. We got 2 loose cannons. The loose cannons are there in seat 8 and seat 5. That would be the second one on the right and the third one on the left. And let's talk about our sharks first. And then in the close-up here, we got Nemesis on the left and Astrocade on the... Nemesis on the right and Astrocade on the left. They were both here last week, as well as Poetic Justice, who's there in the back left corner again. And then our always present, well, almost always present, Simi there in the red cap. I don't hear the chat. It looks like Simi's talking, but no one's... I don't hear anything. Maybe she's not actually talking to the table.
Yeah, I don't hear her in the broadcast either, so Simi may just be... I heard her mute her thing earlier, maybe talking to some people.
Right. So in the back there in the Spaceman helmet, we have Exotic Chaotic. You haven't seen him very much of late. He's a very wild player, always been a big stack Exotic has rebranded himself to just Exotic. It used to be Exotic Chaotic, so I gotta stop saying Chaotic. He's just Exotic. He's simplified his life.
I like it. I like the Exotic. It's got a lot of flair. It reminds me of when Justin Timberlake told us all just to drop the, so it was just Facebook. It's very much where Justin Timberlake came on and said, drop the Chaotic, just Exotic.
So those are our 5 sharks, and our 2 loose cannons on the table
favorite line
are... I think it's Anthony. I'm pretty sure Anthony and Hamel are here. Let's see here. Yep, Anthony just folded, and Hamel 92. Let's talk about them. Anthony won a loose cannon seat in one of our marble races at one point, so this is exciting for him. His biggest pot ever is 36 million, so he has won an okay pot in the past, but he has a chance to way outdo that biggest pot today as a loose cannon. Looks like we got 4 sharks in this pot here, by the way.
Wow.
Just a straddle.
There's the fold out from Simi, but
Simi making a fold early, perhaps. Gonna play tight today. Poetic Joshua with 400 million in front of him. Astrocade also 400. Nemesis looks like he started with 500. So we got some big stacks on the table today.
yeah, which is fine. You know, we're going to see a couple of probably looser calls than you might otherwise see. Poetic Justice, you know, calling 4.5 million on King 8 offsuit, but will pick up a king there on the turn, so it's actually going to work out for him there.
Yeah, and he's going to bet half pot, trying to get some value out of that likely best hand, and it looks like it's going to work.
Yeah,
both
yep,
players
it indeed will. Astrocade heading down, and Poetic Justice takes down one of our first major pots of the day. Floating every now and again does pay off. That's right, kids. If you play at a table with Creighton, float often because it pays off. I promise. Just keep
Floating
doing it.
means calling with nothing, maybe overcards or something, just to see what your opponent does on the next card and see if you can hit something unexpected. Poetic Justice here with queens. And Simi with ace-10. I think we're going to have a clash here. And even Exotic's 2 cards are suited, so he might get involved as well. And we do have that level 4 hype train going. Way to go.
That's exactly what I put you
You guys
on
are
Nemesis.
fabulous. Thank you all so much. So cool. And there's,
he's got
raise
his
from
king
Poetic
here,
Justice there to 14 million. Obviously, the pocket queen's giving him a lot of confidence.
Yeah. Simi did make it 8, so he only made it 14, which is very, very small, and it's not going to fold out anything. So, if you guys are in that situation, you should make your raise a lot bigger. They're still likely to call, but you get some things to fold that you would want to. So Exotic here does pick up a pair, which is going to give him reason to stick around, I believe. He's always looking for that big pot. That king on the board and now 2 9s is going to make Poetic Josh just really take pause here. He's not going to feel confident with his queens at all because he's not beating either one now.
Really scary board for a pair of queens.
Yeah, he's going to take a stab though, and Exotic's bottom pair calls. Simi calls with ace high. Nobody changes anything on the river there, so if Josh just can hold strong here, this is his pot to lose.
Yeah, a bit of a brick on the river. We'll see how he leads out, and it does sound like some chips have hit the table. 40 million. Not bad.
This is interesting, though, because he checked the flop, which makes Exotic think, maybe I'm good here. Maybe he picked up spades on the turn, and that's why he bet the turn. and then missed it. So now I'm good. So I can see Exotic being curious.
That's a call.
There it
Gonna
is.
call with
he gets
Jack
the call from
high.
Exotic.
Ooh.
And Exotic's going to see the bad news that he just got very nicely value betted by Josh just there. $186 million pot. That's the biggest win yet today in the green.
I think both are acceptable. Depends on which version of spreadsheet software you're using.
Red is always down, but black or green
right.
is up.
If you're an accountant, I think it's black. If you're a bookie, I think it's green.
Good job, son.
By the way, Senpai asked me how my sit and goes have done. I just played one this morning, and I actually played $1 million sit and go and won it. So I'm gonna, and then I stopped playing poker right after that. So I'm all done. Actually, Nemesis and I actually went to the heads up in our sit and go table, and I was very proud to win
Creighton
that.
took out our shark Nemesis here already today. So he started Nemesis on a losing streak coming into this. So if he's having trouble today, it's your fault.
So by the transitive property of poker, I'm better than Nemesis, which means that I should be like up against Daniel Negreanu, I think.
Yeah,
in my
you're
next
better
sit
than
and
a shark at PSVR. Transitively.
Anyway.
So happy
birthday, Vex and Roth.
I'm just going to say your name. Happy birthday, David.
Time to go to them.
You just doxed your brother.
Yep.
Now that we know his very unique first name, we can all find him.
Like Saturday channel the other day.
He's the David.
I wish I did this.
There you go. There's the birthday love from everybody. Thank you guys for sending that to him. Appreciate it. Ooh, there it goes. Flying.
What a bro.
You can come anytime you want.
I hope you're having a great birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
Oh.
Looks like Mac Wobbles returned to the table.
No, bloody black boxed.
Oh, we got black boxed. All right. Good stuff then. Both our loose cannons are still here.
Okay, so Mac wasn't running with the money. Mac wants to stick it
I was
out.
saying it's a good 50 mil is not a bad number to leave on there.
Yeah, you can hear him saying 50 mil, not a bad number to leave on.
If I leave straight away though.
Very true.
Why?
I wouldn't.
Well, let's see here. A little more action
Mac
coming
Womble's
up,
biggest pot
I
ever
think.
was 5 million, so I think that leaving with 30 million profit is a great idea, and I'm sure a lot of our chat agrees.
I've just black
I've seen the calls for run. We'll see if that happens. Pretty complex flop here, actually. Nemesis going to go ahead and call, hoping for the straight, but he's still got
Pocket twos are still good.
full equity, but the pocket twos are still good. That's right.
No, Josh does not usually this splashy, but really good betting by him, preventing that ace queen from seeing another strategy today. We got a loose cannon holding ace king. I'm excited.
Right, big slick for our Korean loose cannon there. Are the loose cannon looks like already folded out.
All in. He
Yeah,
limps. No, you don't limp ace king. You don't limp ace king.
This is the time to shove.
Bad things happen when you limp ace king.
That's a call.
Look, now he has to dodge all this stuff. There's so much stuff to dodge.
We're like one player short of a family pot here. Two players short of a family pot here. This is real dangerous for ace king.
Call.
Get the good money in, keep the bad money out. Is usually the strategy when you've got a premium hand. He's got a chance here to shove.
Call.
Limps again.
Re-raise. Please shove. Just calls again. I mean, if you're going to put 10 million of your 28 in the pie, you really should put the whole 28. Because by putting only in 10, he's saying, I'm looking for a chance to fold.
Which one?
Check.
And then, you know, if you don't shove and you see the flop, you might hit your ace and think, oh, I'm good. I win. But what if your opponent is holding ace 6? What if your opponent is poetic Justice?
Call.
All in about one card too late, and there's no way Justice is getting away from two pair.
Yeah, and
simply
Josh
no
is
way.
not in the clear either, though, because of spades.
Check.
Yeah.
Could come.
Well. Simmy.
It's just sinister.
100 million. Josh is putting 100 million here on two pair ace 6. Sibby deciding if she wants to buy that last card and hope for the 25% chance.
Josh just has about 236 million beyond this 100, which would mean that she's getting a little better than 4-1 on the call, which is barely break even if she hits it. Like that's about her chances of hitting it. So by calling, has to guarantee she gets the full 236 when she does hit it every single time. So it's kind of a losing call there mathematically, but. On a day where you're running this hot, I can't blame her at all. And unfortunately, Iron Devil is going to see the bad news, and Poetic Josh just takes out another. As I just said before I saw the fun fact. Fun fact is I only play 5K cash games and 10K spin and go, so this would get my heart rate skyrocketing. So we can assume that Apples' heart rate is skyrocketing now, and I am very excited that someone who's never played above the bottom levels of the game has just made 20 million.
And has ace 7 suited to call as well.
Yeah. I would definitely fold this if I were him.
Yeah.
Not just because Josh
just
just
had
has
to
ace
switch to
jack,
left
just
of
because it's
Simi.
not a strong enough hand for
I
a loose
just had
cannon to be
to.
getting crazy with. And he does
Fold.
fold.
Don't know what you're
He
going
could
on
be at the
Especially
table
red.
right now with
That's
17
a
million in
flop.
profit.
Wait, that's the
But
best
it
play.
looks like Apples is
It's
sticking
when
it
you're
out
there
to
and
try
you're
to
right. I
do
raise.
something
That's-
great
that's-
here.
What a good sport. What a good
And I
sport.
smell
Uh-huh.
great. So you know.
I'll take your word for
Fold.
it.
Simi smells great. Okay, that's good to know.
Fold.
Simi also having raised his
Did I tell
pot
you
with the king
Crash
3
wants to
suited.
go
I
all in on
approve.
stage?
That's the
Flop.
hand I'm known for.
Poetic Justice, though, gets the aces.
You've
Check.
already done that once.
Something smells like trips
if you
now.
look in
Yeah,
our
keep leaving it
when
in
we
the
get to the end
hand.
of the stream here, if we look in our talking scene where we just are talking, the icon of us,
Why am I lagging?
the little splash image of us, that's the hand
Yeah.
that you see next to me is king 3 suited.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
lagging a
Yeah.
little bit.
Oh, be danged. Look at that.
Oh,
It might be good luck for you. It's bad luck for Simi, though.
Push that
Who
in.
is, pardon me, yeah,
Oh,
bad luck
yeah,
for Simi
but-
right now.
you never know. Runner,
Fold.
straight or flush could still happen.
Here's
There's
the
one of
turn.
them,
I'm scared of
but
Archie.
she folded, so
Usually
it's
happens
irrelevant.
for me when I'm not raised.
Archie again with the pair
Oh,
on the
the
board. He has the
battery.
undercard, and again his opponent has the trips already. This keeps happening to him so far on this table.
Yeah, real
Right.
painful. Drawn dead here into the river.
Bet.
Let's see if he makes this call. I wouldn't
Maybe
blame
the
him for
horses are
calling
chewing through
25.
Some cable again.
King 2 is a drawing
Fold.
hand, Dill
Seems to be
Pickle.
fine now.
That's the best poker
Nice
face
hand.
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That kid did not.
That's a good
You're
call.
raising-
Who said that?
you're-
First time,
Check
You're
out that
raising
poker
him
face, Diddley.
Yeah, Diddley
It's
did it
just
correct.
Nothing.
Tilting now. I'm gonna bet that.
That's why I'm terrible at
tilt
live
bet.
poker, because obviously, spending 4 years as a professional sports commentator,
That
my
is a
face is
tilt
basically
bet.
turned into the Jim Carrey style rubber, where it just moves all the time.
Good job.
Call.
What a cute kid.
All right.
What a cute
All right.
kid.
We're gonna have to call it quits here after
Fold.
this hand,
Shouldn't call
or
it,
even
but-
Couple
during
of
this
pocket
hand. We
pairs
can just
here.
go now. But
Yeah.
I want to see
Fold.
what happens with these 5s and
Oh,
9s.
he's feeling lucky
And
now,
two?
isn't he?
Nothing's gonna happen.
Check.
No, of course
Best
not.
club is a 2. That 2 of clubs is so live. He has no idea that he has so much
Check.
equity in this pot right now.
Yeah, wow. That's very dangerous. Poetic Justice right now with the best
Check.
hand. The ace is holding up.
The turn.
And ooh,
Check.
there's the jacks, 2 pair.
That's gonna feel good for Poetic Justice, probably.
For sure, for sure.
He wants to
Oh,
see
Goose
no more
says, "Stay
clubs.
tuned. Huge hand coming in a moment." Goose, you're paying me overtime starting now, but I can stay in for a couple more seconds if you can, Moosers.
What does it say? What did he
Googe
say?
said, "Stay tuned. Huge hand coming in a moment."
Oh, okay. Yeah. We'll wait for it then.
Yeah, that's fine. And Big Bad Shark Show, thank you. Hey, a couple more bits thrown our way. I
Yeah,
really appreciate it,
500.
Big Bad
Thank you,
Shark
Big
Show.
Bad Shark Show. Now, I will tell you guys that we
Player
have
folds.
Creighton's taking the week off next week,
Fold.
and so I will have a new co-host.
The river.
And this is a new co-host in the sense that she has never co-hosted with us before. And you just saw her name in
of course,
stream
didn't you?
donating 500 bits to us. Big Bad Shark Show, aka
Oilers.
Big Bad Shark, she is going to be
Yes.
co-hosting High Stakes Saturdays next week.
Hey, that's really exciting. If you guys aren't following Big Bad Shark Show on Twitch, you absolutely should be. Really cool content. It should be a great time. I'm sad I'm going to miss it. One of my best friends is getting married next weekend. Otherwise, I'd skip it to tune into the stream for that alone.
Look at this river card. Simi hits
Wow.
the 9 on the river. It's even the club, so she thinks she's got the flush draw
Fold.
drawing dead. But unfortunately for her, it's just a pair of aces that had an easy time folding with no club.
Disgusting.
Wow.